Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm actually going to be opening up 3 boxes. I'm going to be opening up 2 Yu-Gi-Oh as well as 1 English. It's going to be Japanese base. We'll do that one at the end. I'm really just going to be weighing out the packs on that one. But we're going to start off with, I bought a first edition LOB box. So like this is the glossy version right here. This is kind of like base first edition, but you've got this big first edition stamp right here. This is actually the less expensive version. I believe glossy was first, but I don't really know. And no matter what I think, this is the more expensive version, the wavy version. And the cards, they kind of look faded a little bit. Sometimes the lettering is off center, and there's a few other different things about it. But you actually wavy refers to how the hollow foil is represented on the cards that are super rare, ultra rare, secret rare, in which a Gaia wavy is Gaia the Dragon Champion is pretty crazy. But anyways, I picked this one up from a guy that is on stream, and then I had this one in my personal collection, and I was a little bit concerned at first because the seals are different. You can see right there, like this is my box, doesn't have that seal on the front. His has a seal on the front. See, mine has it on the side. And then even on the bottom, they go different directions. But from what I'm seeing online, this is actually more like this. The one that he sent me seems to be more in line with what's out there. There is a little bit of a weight difference, but not much, not enough for it to be significant to raise alarms. But just in case, I'm going to open up both boxes. I'm going to open the boxes. I'm going to look at the packs, examine them. If I have any doubts, I may even open up a single pack. And then I'm going to seal them back up because these are from my personal collection. They're not going to be for an opening on the channel. But if you're here for the Pokemon and you don't want to see the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, you can fast forward through all this. We're going to be opening up a Japanese base after this, and I'm going to weigh out the packs. There should be roughly 30 heavy. I'm hoping to get a good idea of which ones are heavy, which ones are not, which ones which would have the hollow and which would not have the hollow. That's what I mean by heavy versus light. But yeah, let's get into this right here. So I'm going to open up his box first. So I'm going to set mine off to the side. And we may have them both on camera at some point. This isn't like a super sharp knife, but it should be plenty sharp enough for what I want to do here. In fact, it might be good to see if I can, yeah. Let me just see if I can get another one in here. There we go. If you guys ever get a chance to get one of these, it's like a super convenient way to have your knife. Looks like I'm out, but you can put your extra blades right in there, and when you want to flip it around, you can literally just pop it out right here. You saw me pull it out. You could flip it around by putting it back in there. But then also, if you take the blade out, which I did, then you can push a new one straight through. So very convenient, $10 tool. Now I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful because this is probably going to be sharp. Yeah. Don't want to slice through the box itself. In general, I actually kind of like working with the dull blade when I'm dealing with cards. See right there, I can feel it starting to go to the cardboard just a little bit. So there we go. I think it's still connected at this corner ever so slightly. I've got this zoomed back just so that we can pull stuff out and hopefully keep it on camera. So again, this is the box that I purchased. Now I'm not an expert with this original stuff. I think I saw a video where you want to look, see if there's like print ink on this. I'm not seeing any ink there. I mean, honestly, the packs look okay, but I'm not so familiar with them that I would be able to tell like if something's too saturated or not. So I may weigh out a few packs and then just open up a light pack and then put the pack back in there. I think that might be a decent way to go. So let's just see. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to open this box up. I'm going to open up the other box beside of it, and we'll just compare, see if there's anything super off right off the bat. So I'm going to cut into this one too, and then we'll look at the differences. There is a little bit of difference in color, but there's not much. Like they're really close. Typically, you want to look at like the E right here is very like is very visible. You can even read like the upper deck and entertainment on the side. I think usually like the coloring is off right here with like the Konami label. This you want to look and see if this O and N is touching. It's not. Now this overlapping the outer ring, that's fine, but with some that are counterfeit, the O and the N, they're touching. I don't know if you guys saw that glossy one I had. Like that's not overlapping this. These are just a few things you can look for. But again, I really don't consider myself, like, I don't have a keen enough eye to be able to immediately tell, hey, this pack is 100% legit. I don't see anything right off the bat that draws any alarms, except for maybe, I mean, it looks a little saturated with the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but I haven't opened up enough packs to be able to tell the difference. Like I know with like base first edition, like you can have the first edition stamp sometimes as light as like a purple, and there's others where it's a strong black. But I don't know what kind of variation is possible with something like this. These didn't come from a case or anything like that. And I've been duped before with a fake Blue Eyes White Dragon box. They used to be pretty common. Alright. Wow, so looking at both of these, they look almost identical. Make sure I keep them in the right box. I don't think I'm actually going to open any of these, because they look really good. Let me check the packs underneath. Make sure we see. You do see some settling there from where the pack has been sitting on it so long. I'm going to pull out half the box, just give the left side a glance. They look good. These look good. They're all first edition. Okay. Oh yeah, and you can see where the impression is a little bit more prominent here, meaning it's probably been sitting on the bottom for longer. So that actually looks really good. And the numbers, this one has 70Z1031. This one says 30Z1031. That's weird. 7 ounces 1031, 3 ounces 1031. Right there. Like the only difference is this one has a 3 in the beginning and that one has a 7. So just being kind of similar. I guess that's another good thing. Let me pull out half the packs on this side. And then I'm going to put little tamper evidence strips back over these, because I'm confident. I don't think I need to open up any of these. But it's interesting to see that the seal on this one was sideways. It's just something for me to take note of, know that it is a possibility. All right, so let me put this in here. I'm going to seal mine back up right there, try to keep everything on camera. And then we're going to jump into the Pokemon base set. This is pretty cool. I got it for a decent price. He cut me a deal because he was considering consigning this one for a live, and then so kind of ran it based off of what he would have consigned it for, minus the fees. And then I think he took like $250 off, you know, just to go ahead and move the whole thing. So that was cool. Trying to keep as much wave out of this as I can. This is going over the seal, so it's a little rocky there. Let me put one here. Oh, look, it's covering up the first edition stamp. But the seal should stay pretty tight. I might put one in the middle too, just because. I don't want to put one in the middle, but I think it'd be best, even though it's going to cover up the name. There you go. Blue Eyes White Dragon box. Probably should put like a date with this. So that was the one that was in my collection. I was doubting it because this is the box I got in, and I looked at a couple videos on YouTube. I can't think of the names of them. One of them was very helpful. Had me look at a few things that I hadn't looked at before, like the ink on the underside, like right here. Like I hadn't done that before. Now I don't know how telling it would be. Now they didn't, when the guy was showing the boxes, he didn't actually say anything about the seal, like which direction or orientation it was supposed to go. He did say like with the, I think with the glossy box, you can listen to it, you can move it around. I'm gonna keep this off of the stamp, so we'll go a little bit farther that way. That was a bad seal. In fact, I'm gonna do this on camera. Let me pull this off. Let's see what happens when we pull it off. It'll be just kind of interesting to see. Yeah, it's good to see that there is a little void sticker there. But I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. Yeah. It'll make me feel a little better about the waves in the middle. That'd be kind of like a unique marker for this box too. Now I don't know if I'll ever sell these again, or how opening up and putting these tamper evidence seals on there affects the value for Yu-Gi-Oh. For Pokemon, it hasn't really affected it much. In fact, the boxes I've sealed up have done better than ones that I haven't broken the seal on in the past. But it's only been a few that I've done. As for Yu-Gi-Oh, I did a few that I sold and they still did okay, but I don't know what the overall general market sentiment towards doing something like this is. But for me, for a box that is this historic and important and expensive, I would rather know for sure, especially since there's no real indicators on the box. These don't have like the heat seal holes the same way like a glossy box does. See how many like these little dots, little air holes. This has something like some really small, looks like maybe nicks and things on it, but it's nothing like these. So there's a few different things that you can also look at along the sides, like the wrinkles for that, kind of happen over time. But overall, I don't like the fact that there aren't logos or anything on here that would help immediately identify it. And when I saw that the seals were going opposite directions, sometimes that can be a red flag. So I thought it would do good to get in there, see what we have, and then know for sure. And then now I know for both. So, all right, I'm going to move on from the Yu-Gi-Oh box. Next up, this is going to be here for the live Tuesday night, so tomorrow night. I picked up this box. Kind of see it's got a little bit of damage to it. This box and is this first edition Gym Challenge off of E&A Collectibles. They have a ton of stuff on eBay. Not eBay, on Instagram. So if you guys want to see their list, they have a spreadsheet with prices in them. Lots of packs, lots of boxes, vintage, English, Japanese. Just go hit up their inbox in IG and tell them like, hey, I'd like to have the list, see the prices, and I'm sure they'll send it your way. Tell them I sent them your way. I don't think they do any referral bonuses, but that'd be nice, right? But anyways, I trust them pretty fully. Never had issues with them in the past. And they got it here immediately. I sent him payment. I think it was technically supposed to clear Monday, but it cleared over the weekend. So he was able to overnight it to me on, I guess it was Saturday. Yeah, he overnighted it to me on Saturday because he got it to me today. So I'm going to open up this box now. I plan to sell the heavies versus the lights unless the weights are indeterminate. And then we might sell by weight range. And there might be a certain weight range where I guarantee a hollow, and then there might be some that are like in the middle, and then there'll be light packs, of course. And then the lights, I might end up grading some of those because I think there's still some play in graded packs, and I like to have a variety of stuff to sell, but we'll see. And if that wrap sounded really crinkly, it's because base set packs, they Japanese sealed boxes, especially old ones, they have very crinkly wrap. Like that's just a thing. Now, you see all these packs thrown around, you might be thinking, well, that should be a red flag. Well, no, not necessarily. There's 60 packs in here, and they can be shaken around. What I'll be looking for is like pinch marks to see if anything's been opened up. I'm not seeing that immediately, right off the bat. So let's pull all these packs out, make sure that there are 60 of them. 3, 6, 9, so there's 10 right there. 3, 6, 7. I want to pull this up just a little bit. $10. Just count it again. 3. No, that was 8. 3, 6, 10. So that should be 20 packs. We'll set that right there. And get these out of here. 3, 6, 9, 11. 14, 17, 22. So we'll take that off. 2 packs here. We'll move this box out of the way since it is empty. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So we got exactly 60 packs. Let's weigh them out. Let's see what we have. Hopefully there's 30 heavy packs. I think in general it's assumed 1 and 2 heavy packs for base set. So we'll see. I've had better odds before, but I haven't done too many of these. Let me flip it upside down, make sure that isn't hitting the ground. All right, so that's 16.04. I don't know where that's going to come out in the grand scheme of things. Hopefully it's that varied. So like, so that one's light, this one's heavy. So that's 4.2, this is 0.4. That'd be great if all of them were that obvious. There's 0.4, 0.2, 3, 4, so that's probably a heavy. If there's this much difference on all the packs, then I'm going to feel confident enough to sell them as straight heavy, straight light. So like these, I'm putting 16.3 area, 16.4, and then around the 16. Oh yeah, so we're looking pretty good. That's 16.1. Got a little bit off camera over there. You can see where I've got them stacked. Oh, there's 16.2. Uh-oh. Now let's try it. Let's tear it. I might have messed that one up. 16.26. Interesting. Interesting. So maybe that's a middle of the road pack. Let's weigh this last one again. 16.17. Were all of these thrown off? Let's see. That is interesting. So I'm going to just reset this and I'm going to start over. Because if that minus 0.7, that kind of come out of nowhere, which would have made these about 16.11. Yeah, so maybe something happened there. There's a 1.4, so we'll still say that's light. One 2, 1.8. That's a 2.8. I'm gonna flip it upside down. So let's see if these. So these might have jumped up to 12 to 4. Yeah, 0.4. 0.4. 0.45. 4.8. 5.3. All right, I'm gonna still go with these are light, these are heavy. This is kind of maybe a middle of the road, but I doubt it. 1.5, especially if we come out to like 30 of them. Not sure what caused that. Ooh, 0.38. So we'll put that 5 right there. Interesting. I was hoping to be more straightforward. There's a 40. I'm thinking that one might be heavy. 4.9. 5.2. But I mean, at this rate, we're definitely over 50%. And in the past, when I did it, I've been slightly over 50%. However, I haven't opened up enough of these boxes really to understand the weights or to feel very confident in knowing exactly how many should be coming from a box. It would be hollows, not hollows, and so forth. Like there's certain sets like Jungle that don't have non-holographic rares. So every single pack is going to yield a hollow, which is great. Makes it easy, right? See, on the English side, Jungle, Fossil, base set, very easy to weigh sets. There's almost always 12 hollows And even if there's not, if there's 11 or 13, sometimes even more for base set, that's been my experience, you can usually easily tell which ones are heavy and which ones are not if they come out of the same box. Now, if they don't come out of the same box, it's a whole different story. These seem to contrast enough, which is great. That's a 2-6. One 9. Seem to be hitting streaks of hollows and not hollows though. 1 5. 5 6. That's pretty heavy. That one felt heavy, was it? No. I do not have the touch. Thought I did. 4 7. And of course, the big card you can get out of here is the Charizard. Ooh, a 16.61. That's going to be your top hit. That was a 2-9. One thing you have to watch too when you buy packs from one place and they're transferred to another is the change in weights due to humidity. I've actually bought packs from this guy before, and in the past, the packs have lost over half of a gram. So like this is 16.55 grams. 3 months from now, these weights may have shifted down some. I mean, it's possible they shift up as well. Or they may not move at all. Is it 2 3? 60 packs though, man, that's a lot for a box. Be kind of cool if they still did that. The way they move around the box, it probably damages them a little too much, but they could probably shrink it down a little bit unless they're just sticking more cards in there. What I'll probably do, I'll count out the packs, and then I might just open up this middle of the road pack just to see if we can pull us a hollow. Oop. Let's just turn it off, turn it back on. Let me weigh that one again. This thing's acting up on me twice. I've had to tear it, which that last time I just turned it off just in case. Usually if you use the same scale, even if it's off a little bit, as long as it's consistent across all the packs, you should be fine. So this one was 3.8 before, so now it's 3.5. You can see it dropped like 0.03 grams. All right, let's see how many heavies we ran into. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31. So this would really be like the 32nd heaviest pack in the box. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Everything else was, like if this is the only one in the 30s. These were all 40 and higher. And then these were all 28 and lower. So, I mean, this one was the only one that was kind of like halfway between. We're just going to open it. Hopefully I don't pull a Charizard. Don't want to ruin that for somebody, but maybe there's still a few in there. It's a Beedrill, so I'm glad that I did open this one up and not sell it as a heavy. Ooh, but the centering looks great. It's a good sign. Got an energy removal. Maybe pull it back just a little bit. Doduo, Super Potion, Gust of Wind, Voltorb. Got an Ivysaur, Ponyta, and there's a nice Haunter. But I really like the centering, so I might put an option in there if they want to sell their non-hollows. I'll buy those so they can get a cheaper price if they're only going for the hollow. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Didn't do, anything too crazy related to you guys getting to see Pokemon cards. We got to open up one booster pack. Didn't even pull a hollow. But I'm gonna either grade these or sell these lights, and then I've got these up here heavy packs for tonight. Thanks again to ENA Collectibles. You guys check him out on Instagram, especially if you're looking for vintage stuff. I did pay up on these boxes, but I think it's worth it. These are sets that we could possibly still make a little bit of money on for the live, but they might be fun to open too, especially if we can get us a guaranteed heavy from the original base set. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow night.